And thank you for your comments about Greece, and just to echo those, Greece's National Day. Could I, Leader, just propose an amendment to the order of business to take item 12 before item 1 today, and that is to introduce my reproductive health-related leave bill, which, as colleagues will know, I've spoken about it before, much of it is a largely technical bill to amend the Organisation of Working Time Act and that statutory framework, but the key substantive issue in it is to provide for the first time for explicit recognition for reproductive health related matters where they require leave, so early miscarriage and indeed IVF treatments, and providing for a small amount of leave for that, for paid leave. And I just want to commend the work of the INTO and Councillor Alison Gilliland in particular, with whom I've worked over a couple of years to bring this bill forward. So I'd just like to ask you, Leader, to take that bill before item 1. Thank you. And Leader, just to say also that to thank you for giving government time for the citizenship bill, which has of course passed through second stage in this House, is currently at committee stage, our Labour private members bill, providing for a route to citizenship for children born in Ireland. And I've been very glad to get cross-party support from government colleagues as well in this House on it. But I'm very disappointed to learn that it will be opposed by government when it comes before this House to resume committee stage on Friday. Very disappointed indeed to hear about that, and would ask you, Leader, to speak with the Minister for Justice to see if she can enable it to go through to report stage. She's been very collegiate in working with me on bringing forward aspects of it, and I know aspects of it will be brought into law later this year, but I'd be very disappointed to see it being voted down by government parties, particularly as Fianna Fáil and Green Party senators had supported it when it was last voted upon in this House in the previous term of the Seanad at second stage. So I'd just like to ask you for that, Leader. And just finally, to support calls for a debate on the so-called Living with COVID framework and the government's plan for the future. And I think it's interesting to hear government senators speak on the need to give people hope. I think that's quite right. I think all of us are utterly dismayed and dejected, frankly, at the ongoing high level of figures. Last night's figures at over 700 confirmed infections, the numbers of very tragic deaths that are still occurring, and yet our schools not yet fully open. And I would say, Leader, I do think Senator Chambers is right. There should be a vaccine bonus for those who are fully vaccinated, but we do need as a priority to ensure all our children get back to schools. A very short summer term, only 8 weeks at secondary schools, as anyone with secondary school children will be well aware. It's so important that children who've been deprived of school, anyone in first to fourth year deprived of school until now, other than online, that they would get back into school on April 12th. And I think that has to be a priority. But after that, what we need from government is a plan and a time frame to give people hope that we've been enduring these restrictions for 3 months. We should have implemented much tougher ones earlier. It's good to see mandatory hotel quarantine now in place, but Leader, what people need is even a tentative time frame to bring us through this next very difficult phase indeed.